In 2015, I set an intention that I would like to have more time living and working in Australia. I live in Vancouver, Canada, but my family is in Australia, and I wanted to spend more than just holiday time with them. So I set that as an intention and I put it on my vision board. In 2022, I was able to spend 4 months with my family, making up for lost time into 2023. And then I repeated it again at the end of 2023 into the beginning of this year, 2024, to spend time successfully working part time and spending more quality time with my family instead of just the holiday and vacation time. And I'd just like to welcome you to day 7 of my Vision Board Kickstart, helping you prepare for your creation of your vision board. And my acknowledgement today is that where I live, work, and play is located on the unceded traditional territories of the Coast Salish peoples of the Kikite First Nations. So this is day 7 of 9 of my Vision Board Kickstart journey, where I'm offering to prime your imagination and offer you tips, tricks, and hacks for creating your own vision board. And in the next 5 or 10 minutes, I'll be talking to you about vision board intention. My name is Rachel Newton, and I'm Integrative Career Coach based in Vancouver, Canada. And I went from my work 15 years ago and did a career pivot from the tech industry into helping clients now go from career misery to finding their career superpowers and doing meaningful work. So why would you want to set an intention for your vision board? Using the example that I gave you just a couple of minutes ago is because we do have the power to take ourselves from intention into reality. There's an ancient wise saying, Yi Dao, Qi Dao. Where your attention goes, your energy flows, is one translation. Those of you who know me will have heard me say, where your intention goes, your attention goes. I'm going to upgrade and tweak that to where your intention goes, your attention flows. And that attention is also known as energy. The idea of intention is that as it refers to a mental state and making a commitment to perform an action that will allow you to have that particular outcome. So it's based on motivation and mindset behind that outcome. And that intention is different. It's bigger and wider, if you like, than specific goal setting. So the goal setting are very clearly defined steps, and they're the aims and how you get towards that bigger intention, if you like. And goals can be smart, specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and timely, or some people say realistic and timely. And they're the identifying stepping stones for you to get to that desired outcome. So I just want to bring up and share with you in terms of what I had put on, just making it relevant to you that this is talking to my vision board. And this is just a little piece of my vision board that I had done. And this is a 2018 vision board that I did. So I set the intention back in 2015, but then I really, I suppose, leaned into it a lot more and committed more to it when I did this 2018 vision board. And you'll see there, okay, my cursor's showing up there, of just the Australia here, and there's some other pictures here from Australia, and just some things that there's on the wider one. There's Australia, there's a beach here that could be in Australia, it could just be a beach, but for me it signified Australia. And so that was a focus of what I had on my vision board. And I was just wanting to share that with you, and just as you are looking at it, just the idea that as you are setting an intention, there's also a physiological response that your brain is having. It is engaging specific regions of your brain at the prefrontal cortex. And so that's the area just behind your forehead there. And there are neural circuits that are being activated so that you can have those you can prioritize and be able to set the goals that you want towards that ultimate outcome, and for these purposes, for your intention. So as part of that, there are neurotransmitters that are being released in this process, and one of them that you may have heard of is dopamine. So that's the one that is involved with motivation and those positive behaviors that you do when you're getting it. A lot of us get it from our phones where we're tapping on those things. But if we come back to the connection of the creating those pathways, if you like, with the intention setting and those practices, then as we consistently are setting those intentions, we're strengthening those neural connections, and we're being able to then have a better sense of pursuing our goals, and we're creating plasticity in our brains to get that achieved outcome. For some of us, being able to understand this scientific aspect of setting intentions makes it more tangible, makes it more realistic. It takes it from the abstract of seeming woo-woo, or if it's a little bit out there for you. But so I'm hoping that just by bringing in touching on the brain science behind it, the neuroscience behind it, it helps you understand how beneficial it would be for you to have a setting of an intention with your vision board to make those dreams and those outcomes realistic for you. For my clients, I offer a river metaphor of, if you think of the Amazon River or another big river that is a reference for you, flowing hard and fast, and you've got all of that energy running through the water, cutting through the main river, but then there are tributaries that come off the side of that. And to be able to be intentional and put some more attention and intention into creating those tributaries, which are the other goals and the intentions that you want in your life, of just being able to practice and put more of the water, more of your thoughts, feelings, energy, your intention and your attention into that, is you're going to develop that, and then those tributaries will take you to that ocean, whatever that outcome is that you're wanting for yourself. For me, is the part-time life in Australia, but whatever your big dream is, it's part of that. And whatever that final desired outcome is for you. So I hope today that something I have offered you here gives you a sense of why there is a benefit to not just making a vision board, but having a vision board intention to go with it, to make it really come out and come alive for you, so it does become that roadmap for you to be able to create your best future. I'll invite you to join my wait list for my next Create Your Vision workshop. And in the meantime, I'd love if you follow me on social media by liking, sharing, and sharing this if you think it's been valuable, what I've had to say, to share with others that you know who could benefit. And if you are needing some support or help with your career one-on-one, or would like to join me for any events or workshops coming up online or in person, I'd love to see you there. My name is Rachel Newton, and I can't wait to hear how you create your future to work your dream. We'll see you again tomorrow.